here comes the completed satisfying stories. Those who lack it will have their whole family in good health and smooth career. More completed satisfying stories are available in fully finished mindless banner. Like and follow so you won't get lost. Thank you for your support. June 30th, 2025. Heavy snowfall. Earth enters a new ice age. Prepare accordingly. The message scrolled across the screen. Against the backdrop of frozen desolation. It was just past midnight on June 26th. Less than 4 days until the predicted date. The video from the account Time Walker sent a jolt through me. It scrambled the pride in my dorm bed. The decision crystallizing instantly. I needed supplies, not because I panic easily, but because Time Walker had been terrifyingly accurate before. The mechanical voiceover, paired with the icy visuals, radiated an undeniable urgency. Ice Age is coming, I announced to my 3 roommates. My voice tight, we need to stockpile supplies. My Chunhiwa on the lower bunk looked up, brows furrowed in confusion. Stockpile? What are you talking about? Seriously? Joy Sujia chimed in, disbelief coloring her tongue. June, have you been reading too many apocalyptic novels? It's summer, 40 degrees out there. I pulled out my earbuds and played the video aloud. The cold, synthesized voice filled the small room. And Lee Rulen chuckled. Those influencers just say anything outrageous for clicks. You actually believe this? I did. Time Walker had started posting prophetic videos 2 weeks ago. Every single prediction had unfolded with chilling precision, amassing him millions of followers. Some believed, some didn't, like my roommates. But their skepticism didn't change. My course, I'd warned them. That was my duty as a roommate. I booked a train ticket home immediately and started packing essentials only. Stuffed it into a backpack and small suitcase within minutes. Where are you going this late? May asked watching me. How I replied without looking up. Now where Joy's voice rose. You, read. Seriously acting on that video? I said, avoiding the inevitable. Pointless argument. Immense my grandma. Going back to see her. Zipping the backpack shut. He hoisted it on, pulling my suitcase. I lion's tail. The raw. Don't worry about me. And maybe hit the supermarket. Grab some protein bars and water. Hot weather. Blackouts happen. Good to have backup. Winter. Clothes are probably dirt cheap now too. Stock up. For later, I opened the door and left, catching a smothered confusion behind me. Wait. Didn't her grandma die years ago? She had. 3 years ago, she left me her only past session, a tiny, dilapidated 6-floor walk up in the board neighborhood, too old and undesirable to rent or sell. Its very worthlessness had saved it from my parents, who coveted everything for Reggie, my younger brother. Your grandma left you a place. They declared when the new apartment came. So, Reggie gets the new one. You have a roof. University costs money, rent, eat out for living expenses. Take out lower and ask for tuition. Eases our burden. Just like that, my future was arranged. No rent, meant no income to survive university. I worked every spare moment. 3 years off. Scholarships and odd jobs yielded. I hired $10,000 nest egg. Calculating how much of that $10,000 I did need to spend, I took a taxi straight to Grandma SCR Umbling building, spending my life savings hurt. A deep visceral ache that G&I wet at me. Was insane to trust Time Walker, but his track record was flawless. If this was real, $10,000 was nothing compared to survival. If not, money could be remade, life couldn't. I wouldn't gamble with that. The apartment, a relic on the top floor, smelled of damp neglect, flicking on the light. I dumped my bags and cleared space on the musty bed, then came the lists. Pen, paper, bun. Survival gear first. Focus on essentials. Thermal tent, sub-zero sleeping bag. Thermal underwear, wool socks. Insulated gloves, snow boots, thick hat. And a long heavy-duty parka. 2 of each. 1 to wear, 1 spare. Summer men discounts. Some items at 90% off. A small mercy. Food and water next. Cheaper per unit. But bulk added up fast. Plus essentials. Toilet paper. Frostbite cream. Online order 21st. Local delivery promised arrival tomorrow. The rest required an early market run. Dawn on the 27th found me renting a cargo van, heading straight to the wholesale market. Bargains awaited. 2 sacks of rice, 2 of flour. I sorted instant noodles, a few self-heating hot pots, and bulk buys of sugar protein bars, dehydrated meals, dried veggies, jerky, cooking oil, beans. Enough ration carefully to last me years. Drinks were limited. Some water, some soda. No elevator mat, hauling everything up 6 flights myself. Melted. Snow could supplement later. I grabbed every useful item I could think of. Toilet paper, trash bag, duct tape, cling film, plastic sheeting, foam boards, fishing line, a sturdy kitchen knife on the drive back. I bought out a bakery Santira, daily stock of steamed buns. Hauling it all upstairs with a marathon. Once done, I collected my online orders. That evening, it hit the pharmacy. Basic meds, water purification tablets, a filter. A quick dinner later, I washed every container I owned. Basins, buckets, kettle, rice cooker, and started filling them. Water gushed into the bathtub, the sink, every part, simultaneously. The rice cooker hummed while it worked. I checked Time Walker, a new video, identical to the last. The comments were a battlefield. Children just farming fear. June isn't ice age season. Oh my god, what do I do? No cash for gear. Am I gonna freeze? Yes. Bring on the ice age. Sick of this hit. Is this real? His other stuff happened. Reported. Scaremongering loser, enjoy your bag. Time Walker only replied to one query. How long will the ice age last? Answer. Unknown. The 28th was for inventory and fortification. I sorted condensed gas and made a final supply run. The rental phone was returned back at the apartment. I replaced the flame side door lock with a heavy deadbolt. Then the heavy lifting. I dragged an old wardrobe, a battered sofa, and a desk, wedging them solidly against the front door. The small, enormous bedroom became my sanctuary. Thick foam boards and plastic sheets layered the walls, ceiling, and floor. Expanding foam sheet led every window crevice. Finally, heavy plastic sheeting, secured with layers of duct tape, encased the entire window from the outside, creating an airtight seal against the coming cold. Inside my shield fortress, I pitched the thermal tent, assembled the cot, and unrolled the sleeping bag, all while maximizing resources. Filling containers, boiling water for thermoses, cooking more rice. I portioned the cooked rice into freezer bags, pressing out air, labeling meal sizes, and stashing them in the natural freezer zone. By the sealed window, flour became steamed buns, also portioned and frozen. Thankfully, the 5th floor was empty, and the oppressive heat kept the elderly neighbors indoors. My noise went on to lunch. Messages from the raw and roommates were deflected, with fake excuses. My parents and Reggie. Radio silence as usual. The night of the 29th, I savored the final hot shower, then checked Time Walker for 4 days. Identical videos had dropped at midnight. Only the warning text grew blood red, the voice increasingly urgent. My fingers slipped, closing the app. When I reopened it, a stark message flashed. Account suspended. Reason: content inciting panic. Mass reported. I downloaded movies, cache novels, maxing out my data plan. Then I waited, curled on the cot by the window. He watched the night, suffocating velvet ink blot, devoid of moon or stars, utterly silent in that quiet. The sheer madness of spending my dollar 10K hit me. Would it be wasted or save me? Else how the anxiety thronged under my skin as I stared into the void, exhaustion eventually pulling me under. I walked to flurries, then sheets, then animals, sweating white out. Snow in June. My phone exploded with alerts and videos. June snow, unbelievable. Oh my god. Time Walker was right. Is he really from the future? I'm screwed. Got nothing, can't get home. Snow's insane. Glad I skipped work, stuck otherwise. The digital world buzzed with sharp complaints, and rare relief from those who did that. The warnings, a terrifying pattern emerged. This was local, it was global. Simultaneous, meteorologists floundered, unable to explain the planetary scale anomaly. Temperatures hovered just above freezing. Itched my summer clothes, pulling on thermostat pants and wool socks, binoculars in hand. I scanned the street. Snow lashed against the window below. Figures hunched against the wind, trudged towards stores. Even in our decaying complex, a few hardy souls ventured out. The quick, the prepared, racing the deepening drifts. Soon, escape would be impossible. I cooked like it was my last feast. Rich corn and pork ribs, soup, braised fish, glistening red, braised pork, minced pork with eggplant. The rice cooker reheated a packet. Electricity was turned. I needed warm pH and flavor while I cooked. After filling my thermoses with boiling water, I arranged the steaming dishes on my makeshift table. As I sat down, my phone shrieked. Doris, my mother. Answered after a beat. June, get home now. Doris's voice was shrill, demanding buy groceries on the way, and get Reggie some snacks and soda. He shouted and throwing a fit. Reggie's petulant wails and walters. My father, angry shouts filled the background, the usual soundtrack. Reggie tantrum. Doris flattered uselessly. Walter yelled and broke things. If I were there, I'd become Doris's punching bag. Reggie, the little emperor, me the scullery maid, University had been my escape. I haven't made much this month. He stated flatly, too hard, no money for a ticket, no money for his junk. You, spendthrift idiot. Doris shrieked, still, bleeding as dry as your age. Shame, his overseas support. Their families at 18, 20-something each. Useless burden. Fine. How much for the ticket? $1,000. $1,000. Highway robbery. You lying? Hi, speed rail. 800, 200 for Reggie's snacks. Take the slow train. Ha cheap. Only $300. Hi, speed gets me home tonight. Slow. Train gets me back tomorrow afternoon. Silence then dial tone. A moment later. $1000 transfer landed in my WeChat. I accepted calmly. Snap photos of my face and age. Snow fell relentlessly by evening. Drift swallowed cats. The streets were deserted. After dinner, I plugged in 2 electric heaters. One in the main room, one in my bedroom. Warmth slowly seeped into the space. My phone buzzed with alerts. Emergency, all rail services suspended. Due to catastrophic snowfall. Transport hold, all public transit. Taxis ride, cease. Operation immediately. School closure, all educational institutions closed until further notice due to extreme blizzard conditions. I screenshot the rail suspension. Notice and sent it to Doris. Ticket board, train stops, can T come back? Instant reply, can't come. Send the money back. I had no intention of returning. If money might be useless soon, but withholding an infuriated Doris. I edited my food photos, fancy tablecloth, background, and sent them. Stuck at station, spent money on food, predictably. Doris video, called, I declined, water skulls, bombarded me next. He blocked both numbers, WeChat. Stayed open, and needed them to witness my survival. Curled near the heater, sipping hot water. I watched the family group, chat erupt, Doris and Walter playing victim. Rallied the relatives, aunts, uncles. Cousins piled on, ungrateful, selfish. Disgrace, a grim idea to gloat. I document every meal for them, my feasts, versus their desperation, their impotent rage. Would be my fuel, immediate the chat. The university group was muted, too. A pinned message from 8:30 a.m. Urgent. All students report to cafeteria 3. 20 floor, bring bedding. Essentials, immediately. I screenshotted to the dorm group. You guys at Caf 3. They replied fast, got here early. Ross says call reserved law, can't be at dorms. Concentrating everyone in caps. 4. Warm tea, edge and food. So glad I listened. Bought a bag of protein bars last night. Sold out everywhere now. Joy, me too. Grab fruit candy and chalk on way back. Wish I bought more. And, June, where are you? Try to get back. Safer here with people. We'll squeeze you in. Warmth in numbers. Warmth flattered me. They, G, helped me through university. Offered genuine kindness. Too far. Snow, spad, can't make it. I tapped back. You 3. Stay low key, don't tell any. One about the bars and candy. Half supplies look big. But snow blocked everything. No resupply. It, lines. Run out, then people might get desperate. Hide your stash. Be careful. May, got it. You be careful too. And, yes, stay safe. Later board I scrolled through life. Streams, one caught my eye. Hankalad got trapped in a packed supermarket. What do you think I'm doing? Hank panned his phone. Standing in line for grub. 1 pack of bread or a cat pot. Noodles and water per person. Cold. Now, both crank the heat. Free grub. Noodles, bread, rice, buns, all free. Water too. Management took over. Good dude. Gonna shop here forever after this. Boots. Smokes. Gold dust man. Candy. Soda. Pricey. Just flipped the soda for $800. Crazy right? Thanks for the rocket bra. That'll buy me 5 drinks. Hank Shatter filled the background as I boiled water for a quick wash. At 11 p.m., I turned off the living room heater, sealed the bedroom door, and crawled into my thermal cocoon. Against the howling wind outside, I slept surprisingly well. Day 1 of the June snowfall, power, water, internet supplies, and fragile order held. But I knew the truth. If the snow continued, resources dwindled and the grid failed. That order would shatter. Well, fed people no manners. Will clothe no one, starving. Freezing people not only survival anywhere. Scarcity reign would become a lawless hell. July dawned out without respite. Snow fell. Like the world was ending, I woke at 7 a.m., boiled water, reheated rice, cooked a fragrant fish soup, then whipped up human beef, scrambled eggs with peppers, stirred, fried potatoes, peppers, eggplant, and shrimp with broccoli. He plated it thoughtfully, added a can of Coke, and took out it all. Portions went into containers. For my window, seal fridge, the coldest spot. Before eating, I edited the folder. Breakfast, sent target. Doris and Walter, then I ate. Watching Hank stream, the hot soup was bliss. As expected, Doris unleashed a torrent of abuse. Selfish, ungrateful wretch. Relatives joined at the chorus. A few sympathizers subtly probed for my location. Their venom and scheming left me cold. Amused even, they're impotent. Fury was my breakfast spice. The blizzard raged for 3 days. On July 3rd, it stopped. Gray, summer skies replaced the whiteout. Relief turned to despair. Snowdrifts, meters deep into buildings. No one in, no one out. Clearing it once. Monumental. Starvation loomed. Online, videos of fights over scraps multiplied. Me sent a clip of students brawling over a single bun in a cafeteria. Survival bred savagery. I kept posting my meals to the family chat. Doris switched tactics, sending a photo of Reggie, fridge empty. Real stuff, look at your brother. Skin and bones, can't take the hunger. The photo showed a plump silent boy, far from starving, just listless, and near campus. Too far, you couldn't reach me anyway. I replied, more curses followed. Then silence. Snow summer meant perishables, fridges only. Delayed the inevitable. Many faced hunger that evening. I dumped all my unsent meal photos into the family group, sent copies to Doris and Walter individually, then quit the group and blocked everyone. My imagined vengeance. Them starving while the daughter, that Despi said feasted, sweet. That night, the lights died, then the network, darkness and silence swallowed the world. I stashed the useless haters, grabbed my thermos, and burrowed it into my tent. Initial warm THC, yet a weight as cold GNA went through the walls. The tent stabilized the appetite eating F. 零下12摄氏度. I became a human dumpling. Thermal sweaters down best. Parka wool pants, fleece leggings. Double socks, boots, hat. Scarf, gloves. Immobile but warm. Survival downgraded. Breakfast. Raw, hard buns softened adding precious warm water. Pickles, lunch, dinner. Instant noodles, gulp broth and all. Or a self-heating meal bulked up with frozen rice. Or buns, a hot mouthful, once. A luxury, this couldn't last. But a bit freezing or starving outside was a waking nightmare. Through binoculars, I watched gangs in the new high rises. Hank S. Hard currency neighborhood, smashed doors, loot kill, blood-sprayed windows. Bodies were tossed from heights into the softening snow, furnishing brutality beyond comprehension. One day post-meal, I looked again. A figure was hurled from a high window instead of vanishing. It hit the snow surface with a sickening thud. Frozen solid, my heart hammered. Solid snow meant I escaped a second. 4 windows became doors. Starving people would emerge. My dilapidated sanctuary was vulnerable. He grabbed my kitchen knife and retreated to the tent. Blade ready. 5 more grinding days passed. My thermos tired, used hand warmers to slightly take the chill off bottled water. Sips were painful. The residual warm TH breathed lethal at my hands and face. Survival was a cold, lonely vigil. Hope was my only fuel. Then salvation, a familiar drone. Cut the frozen silence. Helicopter. Adrenaline surge, peering. Through a slit in the plastic I saw it. Military green, rescue emblazoned on its side. My only chance, he grabbed a hammer. Smashed the shield window. Plastic sheet in hell. Shoved the survival whistle in my mouth. And blew with all my might. It sheet flapped wildly from the broken pane. The piercing shriek pierced the stillness. The chopper bent. Heading straight for me, it landed awkwardly. 1. The packed snow, 3 figures. In after gear jumped out, trudged through drifts, and climbed in through a second floor window. I heard bleeds on the stairs, frantically. I shoved furniture aside and opened the door. The leader, maybe 30, sharp-eyed and steady, flashed a badge. Ma, AM, rescue team, John, are you okay? Seeing the green uniform, the tension snapped. Tears, I rasp, ushering them in. I breathe at them swift. Lay on my situation and stockpile. John assists, your prep is solid, and you is stable. We will taking you and wash. Supplies we can carry now. My hoard was substantial. The helicopter departed with only me. The downtown base was an oasis. Cleeds not functioning heat. My supplies were locked into central stores. In return, I got a small, warm private room with its own bathroom. Heaven. John and his team refueled, led, and lifted off immediately, back into the frozen hellscape. As the base grew, everyone worked. Snowplow drivers cleared routes. Cooks manned vast communal kitchens. Seamstresses turned salvaged fabrics into cots and boots. Laborers hauled and built. Medics treated frostbite and illness. I, with my agronomy background, was assigned to the farm. It occupied a former department. Store walls were torn down, replaced by thick soil beds warmed by pipes below, and covered by vast plastic domes overhead. Light, scarce but present, filtered through. Potatoes, sweet potatoes, cabbage, staples grown in soil or hydroponically fought the cold. There I found May alive. Reunion tears blur. She described the cafe. Terror descended into chaos after the blackout. She, Joy and Dan had stuck together, hidden, survived on protein bars and melted snow for 5 days. Then, Joy and Dan too thin to weak, succumbed back to the cold one. Terrible night. May held on, nearly gone herself when rescuers found her. Grief for Joy and Dan. Vibrant lives extinguished was a deed, lasting ache, but life demanded forward motion. May and I, alongside our team, pulled ourselves into research, boosting crop cold tolerance and yield. It was the base lifeline. 2 years later, breakthrough: corn, wheat, rice, potatoes, sweet potatoes, hardness up over 50%, yields up 30% under controlled conditions. Home, tangible and green. The base expanded. Its farm sprawling, meals grew, more varied. Life remained hard, but hope flickered stronger. One day John approached, his tone careful. June, the perimeter extends to your old neighborhood. Now we have an up there soon. I can take you back your parents' place. I mean, he left the question unasked. After 2 years in this frozen wasteland, Doris, Walter, Reggie were almost certainly gone. He paused, an unnameable feeling stirring, when? Today. That afternoon. Bundled against the still lethal cold, he boarded John's helicopter. Below stretched the same endless, dead white expanse I, T. Seen 2 years ago, time frozen. We hovered over the buried neighborhood, landing precariously on a cleared rooftop. I followed John down dark, icy stairwells reeking of decay. The 5th floor, apartment door hung twisted open, ransacked long ago. Inside on the living room sofa, lay 3 frozen figures. Doris, Walter, Reggie, preserved by the deep freeze. Skin grayish blue, starved, frozen, killed, their valuables and warm clothes were long rigid. I looked at their faces, frozen in final distress. No sorrow, no anger, only a profound, quiet release. I found a dusty sheet in another room, shook it out and covered them. Let's go, I said to John, turning away without a backward glance. The flat back, long before the base. We saw smoke, the lifeblood of civilization. Closer the sounds emerge. Machinery voices, distant announcements. In that moment, the world cleaved in two. Behind us, a frozen, savage graveyard. Ahead, a vibrant, defiant spark of humanity. So fragile, humankind, broken by ice, yet so resilient from the deepest freeze. We claw back like built hearts, plant seeds of hope in the very heart of winter.